Hello everyone and welcome back to KRASH. For those who don't know, I'm Izzy and I am the trainee youth worker at St Anne's. Today we're going to hear an incredible story all about Samuel and how God chose him to be a special person. We're then going to create a craft of prayer hands so that we too can talk to God just like Samuel did. And finally we're going to end with some songs. So I hope you all enjoy and have an amazing time.
Samuel hears a voice. Now that God's people were living in their own land, there were so many things he wanted to tell them.
How to be happy, how to take care of each other, and how to protect themselves from their enemies.
So God decided to choose someone to speak for him, someone he could talk to, who would then go and talk to the people. Someone called a prophet. God looked and looked all over the land of Israel, eager to pick just the right person. And finally he found him. In the village of Shiloh, in the house of Eli the priest. A little boy.
Samuel!
God called one night.
Samuel, I want to talk with you.
Samuel sat up and rubbed his sleepy eyes. He'd never heard God's voice before, and he thought that old Eli was calling him. He stumbled into Eli's room to see what he wanted.
Eli! Eli!
But Eli just shooed him back to bed.
Samuel! Samuel!
Samuel was confused this time and a little scared. So he crept back into Eli's room.
Eli! Eli!
Oh, Samuel, I didn't call you. Please go back to bed. I've got to catch a few Z's, okay? And
Samuel didn't know what to think as he crawled under his covers. But when God called,
Samuel! Samuel!
for the third time, he knew what to do. He dashed back to Eli just as fast as he could.
Eli! Eli! Eli!
Oh, you again. Oh, all right. If any one of us is going to sleep at all tonight, we need to find out whose voice that is. And I think I know who it might be. So listen, if that happens again, I want you to say something after me, okay? I want you all to say something after me. I want you to say, "Speak, Lord, and I will listen." I'll take that again. I want you all to say, "Speak, Lord, and I will listen." You got it? Now I've got to catch some Z's, okay? Good night.
Samuel's eyes opened wide.
Eli, do you mean it's God trying to call me?
Why don't you do what I said and we will both find out? How's that? Good night.
So Samuel went back to bed. God called his name again.
Samuel, Samuel.
This time, Samuel stayed there and listened to God, and his eyes opened wide with wonder. And from that moment until Samuel was himself an old man, God talked to Samuel, giving him messages to pass on to the people. And just like the first time, God's messages never failed to leave him wide-eyed with wonder.
Wasn't that a great story? Now we're going to move on to our craft. So today for our craft, what we're going to make is some praying hands that we open up, and we're going to have a little prayer written on it. The way we're going to do this is you're going to lay your hands out so your little fingers are touching each other, like that on your paper. And then you'll need your grown-up to help you draw around your hands. Once your grown-up has helped you draw around your hands, you should have this template like this. What we're going to do is we're going to cut around the lines, making sure that our little fingers are always connecting so that they'll have one solid piece of paper like this. So once we've cut out our hands, we're going to fold them in half and press down on the little finger to make sure that they can open and close perfectly every time. Then what we're going to do is on one of the palms of the hand, we're going to write a little prayer to God. Just like in our story earlier, when Samuel was praying to God and talking to God, that's exactly the same as what we can do now. Your prayer can be whatever you like. You can ask God for anything. On my prayer, I've asked God to keep my family and friends safe and happy during this crazy time that we're in. But you can ask him for whatever you like. Once you've written your prayer, you can then decorate your hands however you like to. You can colour the nails in, you can cover it in stickers, whatever you like. I really hope that I'll see lots of photos of your prayer hands. And to finish off today's session, we're going to do 2 songs. We're going to do Here is a Box and The Grand Old Duke of York. So I hope you enjoy.
Here is a box, and here is the lid. I wonder whatever inside it is hid. Open the lid, see what's inside. Out jumps a parrot, squawk, squawk, squawk. Out jumps a parrot, squawk, squawk, squawk. Here's a box, here is a box, and here is a lid. I wonder whatever inside it is hid. Open the lid, see what's inside. Out jumps a parrot, squawk, squawk, squawk. Out jumps a parrot, squawk, squawk, squawk. The grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up, and when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up, and when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down.
Thank you for watching Crash today. I really hope you all joined in, and we'll see you again next time.